Understand me?
Sir, I am not saying...
Do you understand me?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So, stop it with your mouth.
Okay.
Stop it with your... For what, sir? For what, sir?
Okay.
Stop it with that...
Okay.
And realize the 3 vehicle and traffic law violations you committed.
Okay.
Okay? Do you understand me?
Yes,
I don't know what planet you think you're on right now.
I'm not planning, sir. I'm here.
Planning? I said planet.
I say
I
I'm
said
not...
planet.
I'm not any planet.
What you just saw is NYPD Detective Patrick Cherry berating an Uber driver during a traffic stop in Manhattan.
This sucks.
Sorry about that.
Picked the wrong guy to honk at, obviously.
Pull over 5 feet. Do you understand me? Pull over.
Oh my god.
I have this on video in case you want to.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
In case you need to submit it to someone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, send me your email. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll give you my card.
Thank you so much.
No, that's crazy. That's really inappropriate.
This is abuse of power, obviously.
Because he was there.
No, it's not your fault. Listen, it's not your fault.
Yeah.
It's this guy's just a
Yeah.
to put it mildly.
Yeah,
I mean, he
that's
shouldn't be
just
slamming your car, or he shouldn't be slamming your car door.
I
He
don't
shouldn't
think
be
he has a right to open
throwing
your door.
things around. He doesn't have a right to open your door. Like he's
I don't think he could have really arrested you. I don't
you weren't under arrest. I think he's just on a power trip right now.
Yeah.
because you honked at him.
Because you honked. Because he didn't have a blinker on.
No.
I mean, if you're gonna park, you're supposed to put your blinker on. That's the way this works.
He was-
That's why I'm saying. To
No,
put
I
blinker-
know.
Yeah, but you know,
I know.
Yeah, I
I
would
know.
just not say anything.
Don't say
anymore
anything.
to him. Just
You're gonna be-
quiet. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. That's it.
Now let me tell you something. The next time you do it again,
Okay.
you're getting your... Okay, what? You gonna let me finish?
Sir, I'm
Stop interrupting me.
Okay. Apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, who do you think you're talking to here?
Sir, I'm not saying nothing. I said
No, every time I open my mouth, you have something to say. When you're driving up my ass when I'm trying to park the car, and then you have to do something with your hands.
Sir, I just say.
I don't care what you have to say.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
People are allowed to park in this car,
Okay.
park their cars
Okay.
on the side of the street without your interference.
Okay, sir.
And then your opinion about what's going on.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Apologize.
Especially when the person you're doing it to are the police.
Okay, sir. I apologize.
I don't know where you're coming from or
I'm
where
not
you
coming
think
Pakistan.
you're appropriate in doing that.
Okay.
That doesn't. It's not the way it works.
Okay, sir.
How long have you been in this country?
Almost 2 years.
Almost how long?
2 years.
2 years. I got news for you. And use this lesson. Remember this in the future. Don't ever do that again.
Okay.
The only reason you're not in handcuffs going to jail and getting summonses in the precinct is because I have things to do.
Okay.
That's the only reason that's not happening. Because this isn't important enough for me. You're not important enough. Don't ever do that again. Are you a fair?
Yes.
You're a fair.
Yes.
And this guy is taking time out of your day for his vehicle and traffic violations.
Sure.
Thank you. Can you take the plate number, please? Can you take the plate number, please?
I have his plate.
Alright, I did a story on this Detective Cherry on my last channel. My first channel that was nuked last year. So, I decided to look up the officer and see what I could find. And apparently, this is what I found. So the cop who berated Uber driver is stripped of badge and gun. The New York Police Department detective who was caught on video chewing out an Uber driver has been stripped of his shield and gun and will be placed on modified duty, police officials said. No good cop should watch that video without a wince, Commissioner Bill Bratton said at a Wednesday press conference, because all good cops know that officers just made their jobs a little bit harder. And that kind of encounter, angry like that, is unacceptable, Bratton continued. In any encounter, discourtesy and obscene language like that is unacceptable. That officer's behavior reflected poorly on everyone who wears our uniform. He was driving an unmarked patrol car and trying to park when the driver pulled up fast behind him and gestured wildly in his direction, he told NBC4 New York. Cherry said he then pulled him over to clarify the situation. When I walked up, I was uptight, Cherry said. I wanted to know what the problem was. What did I do that was so wrong that I had to get chastised? I felt his driving actions were discourteous and impolite, and when he stopped, he said, I'm not giving you anything. This is why it's so important to record police, because you see how the cop flips their narrative around. He was the only one that was discourteous. He was the only one that was chastising somebody. He was the only one that was impolite. And for those of you who don't drive in New York or haven't driven in big cities, when you're driving down the road and you need to parallel park against the curb, you have to stop where the empty spot is, put your blinker on so the driver behind you knows that you're about to pull forward, not to come up on your rear end, so you can parallel park. You have to reverse into the spot. So apparently this officer did none of the such. He just pulled up past the spot, slammed on his brakes, and decided to go in reverse, but never had his blinker on, so the Uber driver was right behind him. Because the detective did not put his blinker on, causing the Uber driver not to realize what he was trying to do. So of course the Uber driver honked his horn like, let's go, buddy. Keep it moving. You know, this is New York. People are constantly flying around on the move. This cop's a straight dick. Cherry continues, I was upset that he refused to give me his license and registration, and I yelled inappropriately. Cherry continued, that's not who I am. That's not who I've been, and that's not how I conducted myself as an officer in New York City. Well, Detective Cherry, or should I say now Sergeant Cherry, you're full of shit, because we looked up your record. So in New York, they have like an oversight committee. There's a database. You can look up the name, badge number. So it's called ProPublica. Now the only problem is with this, the police department, the union, they don't have to take anything that these people say because they're civilians. They don't really give a shit about us. But at least it goes on their record. So let's see Patrick Cherry, who is now a sergeant. These are the Civilian Complaint Review Board's findings regarding this NYPD officers. This page only includes allegations against this person for which the CCRB has completed its investigation. A complaint received from a civilian can include multiple allegations. So he's got total of 12 complaints against him, 27 allegations, and 10 of them were substantiated. And I think this was updated in 2020, and believe it or not, they don't do this anymore. I don't know why, but probably because the Civilian Complaint Board realized it's a waste of time because the NYPD does absolutely nothing about this. But this is still something you can look up and see what the officer has in his file. So, substantiated, the alleged conduct occurred and it violated the rules. Here's a breakdown of the types of discipline the CCRB can recommend. The NYPD can choose to ignore those recommendations. It has discretion over what, if any, discipline is imposed. Exonerated, the alleged conduct occurred but did not violate the NYPD's rules, which often gives officers significant discretion over use of force. Substantiated, the CCRB has fully investigated but cannot affirmably conclude both that the conduct occurred and that it broke the rules. So 2019, he has an allegation, abuse of authority, threat of arrest. Oh, he's threatened to arrest another one. Black male, 43 years old. See, he's now a sergeant. He was knocked down to a sergeant. Unsubstantiated, sorry. Then we have 2015, discourtesy action, Asian male, 47. This is when he was a detective. This was substantiated. Abuse of authority, same Asian male, 47 years old, he was a detective, substantiated. Same Asian male, discourtesy word, substantiated. Language, Asian male, same Asian male. He was a detective, substantiated. Abuse of authority, threat of arrest. We're seeing a pattern here. Yeah, he likes to threaten arrest of people. This is the same Asian male and another same. So this is all the complaints from one Asian male in 2019, because you can have multiple complaints for the same encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 complaints of the same encounter, and all were substantiated. Then we go down to 2008. Look, physical force, white male, 18 years old. Wow, white person. He was exonerated for that one. Another one, 2008, discourtesy words against a black male, unsubstantiated detective. Physical force, black male. Abuse of authority, black male. Physical force, black male, 2005. Black female, abuse of authority, 2005. The same black female, offensive language, sexual orientation, go figure. 2004, substantiated against a black male, frisk and search. Abuse of authority, question and or stop. Another black male. Abuse of authority, threat of force. Another black male. Offensive language, race. Another black male. 2003. Another black male, exonerated. Another black male, abuse of authority. Physical force. Another black male. 2002. Abuse of authority. Refusal to provide name, shield, number. Another black male. Look, this is 2002. Another black male. Frisk and search. Abuse of authority. Another black male. Discourtesy word. 2001. Complete receipt. Discourtesy word. Black male. Abuse of authority. Black male. Offensive language. Black male. Do you see a pattern here? This cop's a piece of shit. Okay? 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2005, 2005, 2006, 2008, 2008. See, all this stuff he was getting away with. Okay, you know, a little slap on the wrist, a little talking to, but nobody had a recording of it, I guess, until this recording that we just saw. And because of public pressure, they took his shield, they took his gun. This is why you always record the police.
Tell me what it is. Unreasonable search and seizure. Get the fuck out of my car.